When you're a child, the thought of being lost is a grand adventure. I could see it with my children in the dunes wanting to see what was on the other side. My rescue dog, in comparison, running back to me on repeat. Fear of abandonment deeply embedded. Freedom, joy and adventure. Or fear. Two filters on being lost before me as we walked through the dunes. So I sat on the beach and I thought about feeling lost. So many of us have felt lost. My friend Hanni had spoken about feeling lost spiritually recently, and I think 2020 and 2021 has made us all feel lost in one way or another. So I sat on the beach and I thought about it. I thought about fear or adventure, which one? And I thought about my kids racing to the top of the next dune to see, or bringing me a stone in delight to share. I thought about their smiles and their delight at the views. And I thought perhaps the whole point of life is to become lost. To become lost like my kids, loving the sand dunes, and to embrace the adventure. Perhaps the remedy for feeling lost is becoming lost, for embracing it all, for embracing the not knowing, for just laughing and being a strawberry. I'm a strawberry. And so for the rest of the week we decided to seek out new things, ways to be lost, to not be in control, to not know what was round the next bend, to turn right where we would normally turn left, to seek out new sights, to chase down the next dune. And okay, we didn't always wear the right shoes for muddy patches, but look what we found. We found waterfalls under amazing skies, hill forts, fairy glens. We found steam trains through mountains and brand new beaches. And we found a sense of adventure once more, and laughter. We found the joy that is to be found within the art of being lost.
Do you want to tell people what you're thinking about this?
Beautiful.
Is it beautiful, darling? It's good, isn't it?
What if the point of it all is simply to master the art of being lost? What if the remedy to feeling lost is becoming lost? And in so doing, getting out of our heads and our expectations and our wanting answers, and just to accept we don't know. And in that not knowing, that's the great adventure. That's what we're seeking, the not knowing. To embrace the unplanned, to rejoice at the don't knows, to accept the lack of control, to delight in the wrong shoes for the job, even if it means squelching through muddy puddles, and simply to let go and wonder and explore and soak in the new, to allow corners to offer up their jewels with no preconceived expectations, and just to let go and let be. The art of being lost. Who knows what you might find to explore? And I found this week that tracking down the art of being lost got me out of my head. It put me in my body more. It put me in the fresh air more. It got me in the elements with the wind in my hair and steam trains in my ears and the sunsets in front of my eyes. I was in the elements, in my body, not reading about the elements. And it was wonderful. The art of being lost was the adventure I'd been looking for. It was the wonder that I wanted. It was the way to move away from the humdrum and the work of the ants and to really feel alive. We spend so long studying and seeking and wanting answers. I think this week I discovered that the answer I really needed was to never know, to remain lost, to be on an adventure and to accept the not knowing. So what is this? As I played on the castle walls with my kids, our favourite games are played here at night at sunset, I thought, what is this? What is this not knowing? It's laughing, it's running, it's being in your body, it's combining your body and your heart and your soul as well as your head. I'd lived in my head for so long. Running around these castle walls reminded me of my body. Also, it's embracing the heart of a child. Just play. It's nature, it's getting out, it's the elements, it's actually being in it, not reading it, being in it. And it's about mindfulness, being in the moment, being present. And it's about looking around, because in every moment there is something magical to be seen. Seeing magic, getting lost enough to see the magic that's around us. It's about spotting synchronicities, like the morning my friend texted me saying, let's talk about bats. And that evening the caravan was inundated with bats flying around the windows, hovering outside and putting on a dance show for us. And the art of being lost and spiritual awakening, and the whole point of why we do things. When I took my kids to Sophie's for breakfast and saw their hysterical funny faces and thought about my journey as a mother, I thought, yeah, being lost and the art of being lost is also about hope. When Tilly was diagnosed, the doctor told us to give up all hope. That was his job, to make sure we didn't leave his office with any hope. But look at Tilly, she is amazing. On this walk, on a brand new river path we found, she became the wheelchair cam.
Welcome back to my channel, Poppy's Gaming with Walking.
Welcome back to my channel.
She insisted she film her brother and sister with her sassiness.
I'm going to show you how to unlock the super rare golden pet on Adopt Me.
I'm not filming you anymore.
And watching them play.
Let's get right
it just made me think about hope is not knowing. Hope is thinking things may go one way but believing they'll go another. Hope is part of the art of being lost, of accepting we don't know and carrying on regardless. The doctor was wrong, and hope should never be abandoned, even as a medical request. My children are living proof of that.
That for a tip to all you YouTube creators out there. If you're looking to make some good content, always use a clickbait title. Me and Busby are going to pretend to fight.
No, don't tell them that, otherwise
We're going to have a real argument and we're going to fight each other to the death. We're going to KO each other.
make sure you subscribe
Subscribe for more death.
and like.
My kids, proof that at the end of unknown paths lies treasure, like this tree full of pine cones. This week I'd seen my children save forgotten pine cones, and then this tree, a gift to them perhaps. I'd seen them declare secret grottos, worlds of fairies, and leave offerings. I'd heard them declare that the sunset was heaven itself, and none of that with any fear of whether they were on the right path or what was the point. It just was what it was. And my dogs, taking every moment as it comes with sheer delight. Perhaps delight is a key component to the art of being lost too. With delight comes great adventure. Like the evening me and Busby took the dogs, and instead of turning left, we turned right, and we discovered a beach that was backed by a river that went on for miles and miles, a beach we'd never known was there. It was incredible. The dogs loved it, we loved it. We'd got lost and we'd found treasure again, adventure and joy, not fear, because by this point in the week we'd got used to being lost and finding moments and places like this. No longer feeling lost because I'd allowed myself to become lost. The art of being lost. What a way to live. Even if you have to attempt it one step at a time. One step at a time towards being present, delight, hope, nature, magic, and embracing not knowing, the adventure of living, the art of being lost.